To have the ranking member, the vice chair of the full committee with us today. Senator Murray, you are recognized.
Thank you very much, Chair Moran. It's good to work with you and Ranking Member Van Hollen in this new position, so look forward to both of you and the work on this committee. You know, the FBI does really crucial work to keep our nation safe, whether it's stopping criminal organizations or domestic terrorists, protects our nation's secrets, it prevents cyber attacks, keeps our children safe from harm, and a lot more. So this is really sober work with extremely high stakes. And I'm concerned that instead of focusing on the incredibly important mandate to keep Americans safe and to help impartially enforce our laws under your leadership, Director Patel, the FBI has been weaponized to go after Americans who disagree with the president. FBI resources have been diverted away from combating terrorism to focusing on immigration requests. And all of this, the diverted missions, the fewer resources, fewer agents, heightened politicization, is happening now under your watch, and it is, I believe, making Americans less safe. Now, let me just start with the budget. As Ranking Member Van Hollen noted earlier, this hearing is being held without the FBI's fiscal year 2025 spend plan and a full budget request for fiscal year 2026. The spend plan is required by law. It was due to Congress over a week ago. We have not yet seen it. That is really absurd. The FBI is our nation's leading law enforcement agency, a budget of $10.7 billion. It is critical that we understand how you are spending taxpayer dollars. So, Director Patel, when should we expect this FY25 spend plan for the FBI? Have you seen it? Have you reviewed it? When will we get it?
I'll get you an answer, ma'am. I don't have a timeline on that.
It was due last week by law.
I understand.
And your answer is you just understand. You're not going to follow the law?
My answer is that I am following the law, and I'm working with my interagency partners to do this and get you the budget that you are required to have.
And you have no timeline?
No.
Well, we also need a full budget request, not a single paragraph full of wild talking points that we saw with the skinny budget proposal. We're now having a budget hearing without a budget request. So, Director Patel, where is the FY 2026 budget request for the FBI?
It's being worked on, ma'am.
Have you reviewed it? Have you approved it?
Not yet.
When will we get it?
As soon as I can get it from my interagency partners and get it approved.
6 months from now?
I don't know, ma'am. I'm not going to make up a timeline.
Well, how do we as Congress do our budget and our work without that request and without the spend plan?
Well, ma'am, I'm here. I'm doing the best I can.
What you just witnessed between Senator Patty Murray and FBI Director Kash Patel wasn't just a heated back and forth. It was a rare look at how power and accountability collide. Senator Murray wasn't throwing out a complicated question. She was asking for something very straightforward and legally required. She wanted to know about the FBI's budget plan. By law, that plan should already be in Congress's hands. It shows exactly how the Bureau spends more than $10 billion taxpayer dollars. That's not optional. That's the law. But Patel didn't give a timeline. He didn't provide any real answers. Instead, he leaned on vague promises about working with partners. And that's where the problem lies. When the most powerful law enforcement agency in the country can't follow a simple legal requirement, how can Americans trust it to enforce the bigger, tougher laws that protect democracy itself? This isn't just some bureaucratic delay. It's about trust. The FBI makes decisions that shape terrorism investigations, responses to cyber attacks, battles against organized crime, even election security. If billions are being shifted around without proper oversight, the consequences aren't abstract. They're real. They touch people's lives immediately. Senator Murray's frustration wasn't about putting on a show. It was the voice of someone saying, if you can't follow the law, then accountability itself begins to collapse. Think about it this way. If you handed someone $10,000 and weeks later they still couldn't tell you how they spent it, you'd be alarmed. Now multiply that by billions. That's the scale of what we're looking at. And when leaders dodge simple questions with, I don't know, or no timeline, it doesn't just weaken trust in one official. It weakens trust in the entire system that claims to serve the public. Here's the larger truth. This is nothing new. Institutions of power often delay, deflect, and count on the public losing interest. That's why hearings like this matter. They're not just political drama. They're some of the only moments when we get to see power questioned directly, on the record, in real time. The takeaway is simple. Transparency is not optional in a democracy. And when transparency is avoided, it becomes dangerous. Accountability requires more than senators demanding answers. It requires us, the public, to stay alert, stay informed, and refuse to look the other way, cutting through the noise, bringing you the moments that truly matter, and explaining why they matter. So if you want to keep getting deeper analysis, real context, and honest reporting, hit that subscribe button and join the Left Lens community. Because together, by staying informed, we make sure that power doesn't get the final say.